in case now one of the issues and way prop up more than any other case, maybe because of the name, the position, or whatever. And we see now social media also then say don't get to talk with the president. We also see a video with them saying we get some party with some members of MPs that with the president outside and say we are reading the chant, say we want we clack back, and also you read and say you don't talk with the president. What's not the updates of that case in relating to the president discussion?
Well, like I always say, certain things that they were there within the domain of the president, and I don't get no plan and responsibility for usurper for the president.
Like in this case?
Like, for example, in this case, the appointment, suspension, or disciplinary action against Honorable Paran before we charge him to court is not within the powers of the ACC. Okay? Section 34 of the ACC Act clearly states that only when we charge somebody to court, now with the right and say, let that person they step aside, but we'll not charge it. Therefore, where this public always don't they say, Ben Kaifala, they be selective, Paran Tarawallie is still in the office. I have clarified that you are being unfair to us. That is not our true job. Okay. But I know President Bio is a man who is really committed to the fight against corruption. I know the conversations they all don't get in private. I know where issues of corruption can come. The ones they work can get the opportunity for consult with him. I know how he feels about this thing. Okay. He's father of the nation. So obviously in your work difficult past even me own. Because there are many things he has to balance. But when this thing happen, when the public don't talk, yeah. Where I come to, I get a meeting with him and we get a conversation. Yeah. And clearly, I know say a man of action, and he tell me, say yes, just like how he promised in that very video where they talk, say, he says I for personally look into the issue and take action. He confirmed to me that he was going to look into it. So I cannot tell you what he's going to do, but I know that he's going to do something. Okay, now again, some cases then the way you're not able to deal with, past in your own domain according to what you say, like this one we gave a do to Paran? No, I'm not saying I'm not able to deal with, not dealing with domain. Okay. We operate within law. And that law say not only when we charge somebody to court, now we can say let's step aside. So for example, Aisha Johansson, when I become commissioner back in 2018, she had been charged to court for almost a year. And that provision in the act was not complied with. I look into him, I say, no, Aisha Johansson, you have to go. The law says, if the law says, when they charge you to court, you can't remain in office. So then they use that case that they juxtapose that with the case of Paran. It's not the same. Okay. He was already charged to court, and the law had to be enforced, and I made sure it was. So in this case of Paran... But in Paran, we have not yet charged him, because we just do this investigation now. Okay. So how long will we do this investigation to do a charge? It may take a month at least. Okay. It may take a month at least. Right. So, like how in Web involves in Nodia, when I go call him in camp? In Web there. Okay. In Web there on bail at ACC. So before now, we not be the work, you not been in the country or what? How them in the pair, we not been there? It be the day sometimes you not be there in the country. It be they travel, but it be there substantially in the country. All right. So you say it will take a month for loan to charge that case? It will take about a month, yes. Okay. Maybe going back a little bit, you mentioned about Aisha Johansson and case, and then maybe so many other cases that don't come up with. I mean, a lot of people they look say, I mean, why on the, for example, like what you go say about, like you mentioned about selective justice, so people go say they look the opposition, they charge them or arrest them more than maybe people in the... It's not true. The last day we call all political parties, journalists together to a press conference. The right saga and one issue where people can raise a lot of times. Yes, the right saga indeed issues then come out where we make say we do what we call a strategic retreat. But the strategic retreat was not because it was selective. Okay. It's because the Attorney General then took an action which shocked us. She refused to sign a document that will allow the matter to be tried by Judge Leone, and we do not want corruption cases to be tried by jury. Okay. And we did not want to set a precedent. It's like a forester taking care of a tree and one of them is infected by a disease. What do? You cut it down so that it does not become a contagion and affect the other trees. But does that mean it was selective? No. We took it back and now we decided to take other administrative actions in respect of that file. And that is already in motion. Okay. Another issue again, well, again, a lot of people ask you down there. Mr. Go ask you down there, the SLBC issue with, I mean,
Joseph Kapua. What you say about that?
So SLBC is a very interesting case. Allegations were made against Kapua that he and the team embezzled a lot of money. We went in, just like how they say, nobody know the way they're above the law.
Yeah.
We investigate every issue of corruption when it comes to our attention. We investigated the Kapua issue, and we found out that indeed there were serious concerns with the administrative setup of the place.
Okay.
Okay? So because, for example, like election with the kind of getting 2 billion for buy cameras for revamp the place. They actually bought the cameras, but they did not follow certain processes that leading to the buying of the camera because of administrative ineptitude.
Okay.
You understand? So basically, what we do now, for first of all, get back to the Minister of Information and say, okay, we don't look at them. It's not the kind of corruption that they are saying, like somebody take money, thief, and now go bills, go to no. It's more failures of administrative responsibility, which we believe can be solved by a change of leadership. And we recommended a change of leadership, and the president has said. That is why Joseph Kapua has been removed from SLBC.
So now go back and look how then procurement and they all happen and deep into it.
Oh yes, we do that now. But we want another person for day in leadership. Why is that now they happen? We do what we call systems and processes review for make policy recommendations. Then waiting there for put in place or make sure say they can't see there.
In other words, then step aside whilst they do the investigation.
Well, let another leadership whilst they complete the.
Why not in the case of Paran Tarawallie?
I don't tell you. Say the president said they take action in the case of Paran Tarawallie. What more do you want me to say?
All right. So is it that the president
Joseph Kapua, not me pull him, not the president pull him.
And say Paolo investigates man before he get another position.
You see, DJ Bays. Listen, the presidency is a very powerful office. Okay.
Okay.
And I've told you, it is currently occupied by a man I have enormous respect for. Not just because he's president, but I have enormous respect for his intellect and his administrative ability.
Okay.
Okay? It might not be as easy as you see it when you are sitting down on the outside. You think it's just easy to take people out, do come under a new post in Canada and things like that. He's in a very difficult position. But me, Ben Kaifala, believe in this man.
Okay.
And I know he will take action.
You know things say the Ambogi war?
So sometimes I don't need for go president, you get for policeman, come on the office, bring on a person. No, it means I am trying to dictate to a president of a nation what to do. I am trying to usurp his role.
Okay.
And I've always said in interviews that where they go. And most times that is what the public wants me to do. That is what journalists want me to say. But listen, at the end of the day, this man was voted for by 100% of the population of Sierra Leone. Whether you voted against him, it is your problem. When you voted against him, you were voting for him as long as he won. You understand?
Yeah.
He is the one, he is the CEO of Sierra Leone. The anti-corruption commissioner can play his part, but I don't have to dictate to him every step of the way what to do. He's a very reasonable man, he's a great intellectual and a fantastic administrator. Let's allow him to run the country.